Hi, and welcome, John Morris Show on a Friday, a busy Friday. There's a lot going on. You consider the NCAA tournament, Sweet 16 games last night, and more tonight. And Major League Baseball is underway. All the Baylor things going on. We'll look at all that coming up this hour. Plus, we'll do a check-in with our man Ty Atteberry, who is somewhere out in the Atlantic. We don't know where. We'll find out. Ty is making a transatlantic trip in his boat, the Waymaker, and we'll see how things are going with him. It's funny, I was texting with Ty earlier, and he said, I think we crossed a time zone line. What time is it there? He said, it's 2:00 here. And I said, it's 8:00 here. So whatever time zone he's in, I think we kind of coordinated that. So he'll be with us coming up in just a few minutes. But glad you're with us on this Friday morning. Let's start with the NCAA tournament. Some games last night. Maybe you, like I, stayed up a little later than normal watching those games, but it was so fun. In the Sweet 16, congratulations to Arizona. They advance, playing an Arkansas team that didn't care about playing defense at all. Arizona shot 64% in the game. Highest percentage in a Sweet 16 game since 2016. So 64% for Arizona, and they just bruised and bullied Arkansas and won. 109-88 was the final score. Not good news for the Houston Cougars playing in the city of Houston. They lose to Illinois last night, 10 points. 65-55 was the final. Really low-scoring game, first half especially. And Illinois just kind of bullied Houston last night in that game. Houston usually is the bully on the block, but Illinois turned the tide on them. And Illinois, Brad Underwood, they are moving on to the Elite Eight. The other two games, Texas got eliminated. Tough loss down to the wire. Exciting finish. Purdue beat Texas 79-77. Great run by the Longhorns, but it comes to an end in the Sweet 16 after they started in the first four. And then in the All Big Ten matchup, Iowa ended Nebraska's Cinderella run. 77-71 was the final there. Iowa winning and advancing. So the games in the Elite Eight in those two regionals on Saturday, Iowa versus Illinois, an all Big Ten matchup, and then Purdue versus Arizona. How about three of those four from the Big Ten Conference? They're really kind of flexing their muscle here in March. Now, tonight, here are the games. St. John's plays Duke, Alabama, Michigan, Michigan State, UConn. Then the last game of the night, 9:10 p.m. Central Time on TBS, Tennessee and Iowa State. Iowa State trying to advance to the Elite Eight. TJ Otzelberger deflecting all the questions about, is he a candidate for the North Carolina job? He met with media in the hotel lobby there in, where are they, Chicago, yesterday, and that was the first thing he said. He is totally committed to Iowa State and totally committed to this team this year, and he really kind of but by what he said, he sort of shut down any talk about him possibly leaving Iowa State for North Carolina. Part of the reason, and listen to him here, is he feels like that he can win a national championship at Iowa State. He feels like they have all the pieces in place. So here is TJ Otzelberger, the Iowa State head coach, talking about how good he feels about the Iowa State program possibly winning a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, we sustain success. We have a model that we're confident in and we believe in. And, you know, we understand the landscape that we're currently in college athletics. And I look at the coaches who I revere and look up to. Tony Bennett is like my big brother and somebody that I always seek counsel and advice for. And what Tony shares with me over and over again is be who you are, don't change, stay true to yourself, double down in your core values and your beliefs, and those things are good and those things will stand the test of time. And so that's what we believe, and that's how we continue to do things. You know, we're proud of how we continue to move forward as an institution, an athletic department, and a basketball program. So there comes a point in this where when you're in the spot that I'm in, that chip on your shoulder that you've always had, when people tend to ask questions or why would you want to do this or why do you believe that? It gives us even more fuel for our fire for what we know we can do and what's in front of us. So we couldn't be more excited about the opportunity that lies ahead.
It's TJ Otzelberger. He explains it really well. He does play that chip on the shoulder card really well, which I think you might lose if you are the head coach at North Carolina. But they are taking on Tennessee tonight. I think this will be a great matchup. Rick Barnes, Tennessee Vols are playing really well. You remember Coach Barnes was at Texas prior to leaving for the other shade of orange. And an interesting question he was asked yesterday, and I thought really an interesting answer from Coach Barnes, who has coached at Clemson and Texas and now Tennessee, three pretty good football schools also. And he was asked the question about how do you handle that if you're coaching basketball at a very high level at a somewhat football school?
Well, no, I think football is the biggest asset that we have. And I've been, think about it, Texas, Tennessee, Clemson, assistant coach at Alabama, assistant coach at Ohio State. There is no doubt football is the engine that drives the train for all of us. And by what they do, it allows all of us to be able to do what we do. And I've always embraced that because what I've learned in this business, my job is important to me. I promise you, Josh Heupel's job is important to him. But Karen Weekly, our softball coach, every sport matters. And we've got a situation now, certainly at Tennessee, with Danny White and his staff and Randy Boyd, Donde Plowman. They want to give us all a chance to compete at the highest level. And it goes back, again, talking about jobs. If the administration is not lined up with the athletic department, it's going to fail. It's going to fail somewhere along the line. I watched it fail at a couple of different places because of that. And you have to have an athletic director that knows all that. But anybody that thinks, I don't know how anybody could ever be jealous of football because it means so much to us in terms of our fall visits. You come in of all the places I've been, Tennessee is the most electric place I've ever been, where there's a fan base. You just feel it the whole week during the fall. Everybody looks forward to it. And so I found out early that it is what it is. And
it's Rick Barnes, the head coach at Tennessee, formerly at Texas. And I thought that was really interesting, to see how he handles that, his mindset coaching at a place like Tennessee, and then the previous stops that he had as well. Tennessee versus Iowa State tonight. It's the last game of the night, 9:10 or thereabouts, tip-off from Chicago, and the game is on TBS and True TV. So it'll be fun to watch those games coming up tonight in the Sweet 16. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look ahead at the Baylor Athletics weekend, and that includes the Clyde Hart Classic at Clyde Hart Track and Field Stadium. Very meaningful this year since Coach Hart passed away in November. We'll look at that here from Michael Ford coming up straight ahead. John Morris Show brought to you by Alliance Bank, Central Texas, and by the Brazos Landing. So it's Friday. You're thinking about, hey, let's go out to dinner tonight, maybe lunch and watch some. Well, there's no games during the day, but games tonight. How about the Brazos Landing? Check it out. We continue to tell you about that terrific $12 lunch menu, but it is a full menu at night and some really great items at shrimp and grits that I like. Oh, it's terrific at the Brazos Landing. Give them a chance. It's where I-35 and the Brazos River meet. They're right across the river from Foster Pavilion. They're right across the interstate from McLean Stadium. Great location. They're open today, 11 to 10, and Saturday and Sunday, the same hours as well. If you want to give it a shot to the Brazos Landing tonight or one meal this weekend. We'll take a break and be right back from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey, it's Zach Gelb. We're talking NFL and college football. Plus, we have some of the biggest interviews in sports media. You got to check out the Zach Gelb Show right here on 365 Sports, weekdays 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/@ZachGelbShow.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Are you looking for top-shelf sports talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers, where you can get objective analysis, but with the passion of a fan? Well, look no further than right here at Couz's Corner. I am Justin Couz Walker, the host of Couz's Corner, and you can find my show on demand over at YouTube. Most shows are uploaded by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out my live post-game reaction shows. My special guest interviews, you can find it all on YouTube at Couz's Corner. Go check it out.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Friday. We appreciate your being with us. Thanks to Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes. Literally, couldn't do it without them, literally. So thanks to those guys, and thanks to Alliance Bank Central Texas. Man, good folks over there like Ricky Thompson, Eric Sharrow, Todd Moore. I'm leaving out a lot of people, but great folks at Alliance Bank Central Texas. And how about 7 convenient locations around Central Texas? So not hard to find one that's convenient for you. My stop is usually the one right there on Highway 84, easy access off of Highway 84. But thanks to Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. We're also brought to you by the Lake Waco Golf Club. Here we are on a Friday. Maybe you're slipping out of the office early, mid-80s this afternoon. Oh, that golf course may be calling your name today. Check out the Lake Waco Golf Club, a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Central Texas with a full 18-hole regulation golf course, plus an executive 18-hole par 3 course. Check it out. The bar and grill is always open to the public. Check them out at lakewacogc.com. All right, the weekend for Baylor Athletics. This is a busy one. Not a lot of home events, but a busy weekend. Baseball is down in Houston. They'll play the Houston Cougars. Really a key series. I mean, they all are. But Baylor at 2-4 in conference play hopefully has a chance to move up a little bit. They've won the Friday night game in each of their first two conference series. They won Friday night over West Virginia and Waco. Big win. Last week, they won Friday night game in Stillwater against Oklahoma, but then they've dropped the Saturday and Sunday games. So looking for, they'd love to win Friday night and then have a little consistency and get another win and get a series win over Houston this weekend. Games are tonight at 6:30. Remember, they changed the game tomorrow to 1 p.m., and then Sunday will be 1 p.m. as well on the Houston campus. So good luck to Baylor baseball at Houston coming up beginning tonight. Softball's on the road at Arizona, playing an Arizona team that has so much history in softball. They're ranked number 14 in the nation this week. They go to Arizona, and there's a lot of thoughts about Mark Lumley when they go out there, the former longtime assistant at Baylor who passed away, who came from Arizona. I guarantee you they, Glenn and Britt and Hoot and everyone, Megan and Danny Price are all thinking about thinking about Mark Lumley this weekend as they go back to Arizona. That's a big series for Baylor softball at 5-1 in Big 12 play, playing the 14th ranked team in the nation. And they play tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday afternoon out there in Tucson. Equestrian is in the Big 12 championship today. They're the number 4 seed. They take on number 1 seed Oklahoma State today at 1, and that is in Stillwater. So Oklahoma State hosting, and they're the top seed, and that's who Baylor gets in the opening round. They probably need to win this to help themselves and get in the top 8 nationally to get a spot in the NCEA National Championships in a couple of weeks. So this is a big one for Casey Maxwell and Baylor Equestrian this afternoon against Oklahoma State in Stillwater. Also, acrobatics and tumbling is home tomorrow, 5 p.m. in the Farrell Center. So if you're looking for a home event, this might be it. This should be top of the list. Acrobatics and tumbling versus Duquesne tomorrow at 5 in the Farrell Center. How about this? Free admission to that one tomorrow. And if you've always thought acrobatics and tumbling, they're great. Yeah, they are great. 10 consecutive national championships, and you think you'd like to see it, well, this might be a great chance. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the Farrell Center. They're in the Farrell Center. They in volleyball now run the Farrell Center, and it is absolutely free for a senior day matchup against Duquesne. That is tomorrow at 5 in the Farrell Center for Baylor Acrobatics and Tumbling. And track and field hosting the Clyde Hart Classic this weekend. It is today and tomorrow. The field events begin at 11 a.m. today, and then again at 11 a.m. tomorrow, running prelims later in the afternoon today and tomorrow. But this one, it really hits home. It is significant because it is the first Clyde Hart Classic, really the first Baylor home meet since the passing of the legendary Clyde Hart last November. And we talked about that. That is very close to the heart of everyone associated with the track and field program, as you can imagine. We talked about it on the Baylor Coaches Show last night with current Baylor track and field head coach Michael Ford.
Yeah, I was funny. I was walking the track this morning, and they were working on the video board, and his picture came up, and I'm so used to having his picture up when he was alive, and so it was eerie. Yeah. But also gave me a lot of thought of like how he would be at the meet, where he's like, "Oh, Mike, you need to put that tape up off the track. Right. We need these garbage cans moved a certain way. Hey, which way is the wind gonna be blowing?" Yeah. So it made me start thinking about things like that. We used to do walks on the track beforehand, and so looking forward to honor him tomorrow and on Saturday, and so it'll be a little different.
Yeah, it's hard, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does. And you said even your trip to Poland, a lot of times when you would travel internationally, he would call or text and stay in contact.
Yeah, it was just different. It was different, like my first major championship meet without him, too. So I actually have a picture that me and him took when my first year when we went to the Olympics in Greece. And so I always carry it around. So
Nice.
anytime I travel, I have a picture of him and my mom in my suitcase. So I know they're always with me. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Really good. And there are some recognitions planned for Coach Hart this weekend.
Yeah, we'll have a video presentation. I know Bryce Cherry's going to have his book out, and his
good.
wife and his Miss Maxine is going to come and be there for. I don't think she'll be there for the full meet on Saturday, but she'll come around like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and we also have a picture for her with some collage pictures of Coach Hart, and then the team will kind of wear a shirt like this one, but it will be a green one. And then what we did, we were trying to think of something how we could honor Coach Hart. So the shirt, if you can read it, about he was like a Nike champion, Nike Coach of the Year.
Right.
And then we had all his sayings on the shirt.
Oh,
So
nice.
there was a bunch of sayings that Coach Hart used to say. So like he would always say, the wind is your friend.
Yeah.
He always say lazy dogs don't hunt. And he said weak weather, bad weather, not weak runners. So he had a little saying. So we just put it on the shirt with the BU logo on it, and so our team will wear it on Saturday, then we'll give some to the alumni at the Michael Johnson meet.
That's cool. That's a really great way to honor him.
Really nice. Michael Ford on the Baylor Coaches Show with us last night. The really, really meaningful recognitions for Coach Hart and for Maxine this weekend on the video board, presentations to Maxine. So come on out. That is today and tomorrow. I got to let Pat Nunley know about that. Pat always says, I love those track meets and just love going out and sitting out there. It's a beautiful location right on the river for Clyde Hart Track and Field Stadium, and the weather should be terrific today. A little bit cooler, but not cold at all tomorrow. So that is today and tomorrow for the Clyde Hart Classic here in Waco. Check it out. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, where in the world is Ty Atteberry, the former Baylor punter? We'll find out when we come back. He's on that trip across the Atlantic, and we'll check in with him when we return. John Morris Show will continue right after this.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports,
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Back with us on a Friday, John Morris Show presented by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. And if you were with us last Friday, we had an interview with Ty Atteberry, former Baylor punter, who has his boat, the Waymaker, on a transatlantic trip to get to the British Virgin Islands. So let's check in with Ty again today, a week, 8 days in. Look at that shot. Nobody on any show is going to have a better shot than that right there of you. Thanks to Starlink and thanks to you for making it work. How are things going?
Oh, it's going well. Yeah, I think we said it this morning. It doesn't suck out here. So it's pretty nice out here today.
Oh, that's good that you can appreciate what you have there. How have things gone? Any weather issues over the last week, or have things gone pretty smooth?
Yeah, things have been pretty smooth. Yesterday we lost our wind, so we had to motor a lot. But it's back today. We got our sail out here in front of me now. I'm actually on watch, so I'm at the helm here. Making sure there's not any boats, which I think we've seen one boat in the last 48 hours. So it's you feel pretty lonely out here.
Yeah. That's an interesting point. How many other boats have you passed in the last week, I guess?
Yeah. So in the last week, we've probably counted less than 10. But if you look at, there's a system called AIS. Every boat has a tracking system.
Okay.
And when you look at it, there's thousands of boats.
Really?
I mean, you look at it, it looks like a Christmas tree as far as they're green and red, but you don't see any of it. It just kind of gives you an idea how vast the ocean is. There's a bunch of boats out here, but you don't see them.
That's pretty amazing. So when the wind's right, you'll use sail power, and if you don't have a wind, you turn on the engine, the motor?
That's correct. So which is nice because it heats up the water, which means you can actually take a hot shower. So we like it when we have to run the engines every once in a while.
I gotcha. For a hot shower. That's great.
For a hot shower.
Okay, we got a picture we want to throw up when I ask you, how's the fishing been?
There
you go.
Well, I'd like to say it's been great, but it's been one and done so far. So we've got the line. So we've got the lines back in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this mahi, which is an incredible fish to eat. So we had that for dinner last night, which was really nice.
That's terrific. But that's the one, huh?
That's the one so far. So we're not quite in the fishing waters yet. We're in colder water right now. So as we get further north and it gets warmer, it's a little bit better fishing.
Okay, that's a good fish story. I'm buying that, Ty. Yeah, good. But again, and we talked about this last week, you brought enough provisions to take care of yourself on a 35, 40-day trip.
That's correct. And the boat's got a water maker on it, so we're constantly making fresh water, which is nice. A lot of the boats, 10, 15 years ago didn't have water makers on them, so you also had to be very careful about your water. We're fortunate we've got a water maker, so we can take a shower and create new fresh water each day.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought about that really, but you're in, you're in the ocean, but you need some fresh water for a lot of things, don't you?
Absolutely. It's one of the, I would say, technologies that's really come a long way in the last 10 or 15 years. And it really makes doing this type of thing a lot more enjoyable. you talk to the old sailors, and they would, live off of like 3 liters a day of water and not shower for days. So it's much nicer having fresh water on board. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. The water maker on the Waymaker. I like that. You gotta have that. So can you give us a sense of where you are right now that we would understand?
So we're still, I would say, off the coast of South Africa.
Okay.
We've traveled about 1,200 miles. We're averaging about 150 miles a day. We've got over 5,000 nautical miles to go. Oh, here's a great picture. So that little
Yeah.
blue dot is where we're at right now. We
Nice.
left kind of down at the southern tip of South Africa.
Yep.
And then we've got to go way up there. Well, you can kind of see Cuba up there in the top left. The British
Right.
Virgin Islands are to the east of Cuba, over by St. John and St. Thomas.
Nice. That map really helps. Well done. So you say along the coast, but you're pretty far out. I mean, you're not hugging the coast at all.
We're not. We're quite a ways from the coast.
Right. Right. That kind of states the obvious there. And how far do you go up until you cut away from the coast?
Yeah, so we're heading on a waypoint to St. Helena, which is about another 500 nautical miles north west of where we're at now. Once we get there, then we'll make a hard kind of cut west towards South America, towards Brazil.
Gotcha.
And then we'll catch some more trade winds and currents and kind of go up the coast of South America. And that'll lead us into kind of the Caribbean islands. And then we'll start bouncing along the Caribbean islands until we get up to the British Virgin Islands.
Man, how about that? All right. And you and the crew, everybody doing well? No seasickness or anything?
No, it got me the first night, but I've been good. I've been good ever since.
The first night you had some weather, didn't you? I mean, right after y'all left port.
We did. We kind of had a tight weather window that we were trying to get out of Cape Town before it got worse. And it got me good. I didn't quite get my sea legs until probably the second or third day.
Oh, man. Well, I hope smooth sailing the rest of the way. Let's show our viewers a couple other pictures that you sent. Just terrific sunrises, sunsets. Look at that. You get to see that every day, don't you?
Pretty much. It's pretty amazing being out here. I'll tell you, John, you have a lot of time to think
right
while you're out here, but it's amazing being in God's creation and seeing everything that He made. We had a school of dolphin flying past us the other day. We had some whales on the other side of us, and it's amazing. Just being out here at night, it's actually one of my favorite times because it's just quiet. You hear the wind. Last night, it felt like we were sailing into the moon. It was right in front of us, and we just couldn't quite catch it. It was beautiful.
Oh, man. That's, you're seeing and doing some things that very few people get to do. And only out in the middle of the ocean would you get to see and do those things. That is so cool.
That's, it's one of the reasons why I set up this Waymaker Voyages. My youngest son actually sent me a Bible study last night that he's been working on about being intentional.
Yeah.
And I wish I could say I was very intentional my entire life, but like many of us, I got caught up chasing, things in the world and kind of the corporate ladder. And anyways, it's time to be intentional. I've set up Waymaker Voyages for those that want to have an intentional vacation to spend time with their family and be purposeful about what they're wanting to do. And so that's part of this voyage for me, and kind of my own journey and some of the things I've learned and trying to share that with others.
I love that, man. I love that. That is so cool. If people want to follow along, besides our check-ins with you, Facebook, is that the best way, or is there any other way?
Yeah, Facebook's probably the best. I'm getting up to speed on social media on Facebook, so I've got a Facebook page for Waymaker Voyages, but then my own personal Facebook page, and so I'm kind of posting on there. I'm also posting on LinkedIn. That's kind of the corporate world's version of Facebook, and that's the world I've lived in for the last 30 years. So I'm posting on LinkedIn and I'm posting on Facebook.
All right, very good. Thanks for that, and our folks can keep up with you that way. I'll give you an update from solid ground here in Waco. Spring football practice began this week, and they had 2 days. They had Tuesday and Thursday, and they'll practice again tomorrow. So we're going through spring practice here in Waco. I'm sure you have very fond memories of those days when you were here.
Absolutely. No, it's this is always a fun time of year, especially football. I saw that you had Coach Ford on too right before this, honoring Coach Hart. And I was fortunate my oldest son and his wife both ran track at Baylor. So I totally agree. You should get out there and go to the Clyde Hart Classic. It's a wonderful time to get out and just be Baylor Athletics. This is a great time of year.
Very cool. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Well, thanks for your time, and thanks for the view there. That's a view we're not going to see from anybody but you today. And safe sailing, blessings on you and your crew. And if you don't mind, we may check in with you again next week.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks, John.
Have a great day.
All right.
All right, Ty Atteberry out in the Atlantic. That map was great. That map really showed, didn't it?
That was awesome.
It showed the vastness of his undertaking, along the coast, but then you got to cut across, go west toward South America.
My thing is like the vastness of not seeing anybody. And when he's talking about being able to see multiple boats, I'm thinking like airplanes and stuff. You see all the airplanes up there, but you see multiple, like you're seeing them all the time. But if you're out there and you only seen like a handful through a week, that's crazy.
Seen one. One the last 28 hours.
That's insane to me.
So that is wild. I mean, it really does speak to, as Ty said, the vastness of God's creation, and he's out in the middle of it, and sounds like he's appreciating that. Let us show you a couple other pictures that he sent. Brandon, if you can pop those up. So there you go. That's a good shot up on deck of Ty, and then that one of and I can't really tell. I guess it's a sunset. The sunset picture that we had from Ty. There he is on deck also. So should I ask him? There it is. What a great shot. Golly. Oh, and he just sent me some video of, he said last night, overnight, they were sailing, looked like right into the moon. He sent me a shot of that. I'll pass that on, and we'll see if we can get that up for you and show you next segment. But thanks to Ty for joining us. And you think, how in the world do we connect with him in the middle of the Atlantic? Well, there is a service called Starlink. And it's basically a satellite internet where you can get connected by satellite anywhere. Some small airplanes have those, and he's got it out there on the Waymaker. So that's how we connect, and pretty cool technology, I think, to be able to connect with him in the middle of the Atlantic. All right, thanks to Ty Atteberry. Great to check in with him. We will continue to do that if he's okay with it weekly, because I think it's a great voyage and a great life moment, really, for him that spread over 35 or 40 days, he says, going across the Atlantic. Let's take a break. We'll be back. We'll look ahead. We'll wrap things up. We will share some birthdays with you. 27th day of March. We are brought to you in part by Kish's Complete Car Care, family owned and operated. Kish's Complete Car Care in Waco has been serving Waco drivers since 1998. They're at 5300 Franklin Avenue. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. So you can get in there today, give them a call or drop by. I see when we're there, folks just drive in, don't have an appointment or anything, and they say, how can we help you? And then they go from there. So you can call and set up an appointment, or I think you can just stop by at your convenience. They've got rides available if you need to get back home or to work or ride back to pick up your car. They do that very well. Also, Dale Kent is the man that handles most of that driving around town, but all those conveniences available at Kish's Complete Car Care Center in Waco, 5300 Franklin Avenue. Call now for your next repair. We're brought to you always by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. We'll take a break and be right back. Stay with us.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Welcome back. Final segment on our Friday John Morris Show. We appreciate your being with us. We appreciate Waco Foundation Repair, one of our great partners, David Maddox, locally owned and operated. Waco Foundation Repair believes in one principle, one family helping another. They provide a full range of foundation repairs. They don't just do the job, they do it right. They provide free estimates as well. If you have any concerns, when David Maddox was here with us 2 weeks ago, he said this time of year people are outside more. Maybe you're mowing, maybe you're edging along the foundation. You see something there, and maybe have a concern about it and don't know if it's anything serious. Well, give them a call or go to WacoFoundationRepair.com. They'll come by, take a look, free estimate, and ease your mind if there is anything or maybe there is nothing to it. So check it out, Waco Foundation Repair. Tell David we sent you by. Go on the web at WacoFoundationRepair.com. Baseball opening day of the Major League season. I'm discounting the Wednesday night game. Opening day was yesterday. The Reds lost to the Red Sox. It was a good game, 3-0. Both starting pitchers went 6 innings in a scoreless game to start.
Well, that's better than what Paul Skeens did yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. That was so brutal.
You know, NBC is a new partner with Major League Baseball. That game was on NBC network-wide yesterday.
Was it really?
Yeah. So I had it on in my office. First inning, 2/3 of an inning, 37 pitches, and Paul Skeens was out.
Yeah, you had that, and then you had the Aaron Judge 0 for 4, and you've got to wonder the World Baseball Classic. That's got to play into that, but at the same time, it's opening day. You can't have those kind of performances.
Yeah, the Skeens one really was headline-making yesterday.
It was horrible.
Rangers lost to the Phillies 5-3. Astros lost to the Angels 3-0 yesterday. So a new member of the Reds team is Eugenio Suarez is back. He had been there and then was gone, and now he's back, and everybody in Cincinnati is really excited to have him back. He was, speaking of the World Baseball Classic, he had the game-winning hit for Nicaragua in the championship game against USA.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, I hate that USA didn't win, but for Gino now with the Reds, pretty cool memory for him. All right. We like to share birthdays with you. Let's take a look at the birthday list today, and maybe even dipping into the weekend. March the 27th today. Den Mann's birthday today. Den is down in Houston. Really good Baylor man. And I think this is right. Judge Roy Hoffhines is his grandfather. So I think that's right. There's some connection between Den and Roy Hoffhines. The Houston Cougars used to play in Hoffhines Pavilion. Now it's the Fertitta Center, kind of a redone Hoffhines. But Den Mann's birthday is today down in Houston. It's Carol Reagan Stukenbroker's birthday today. Her husband, Don, Carol and Don both work as ushers at Baylor Athletic events. I know basketball, I think football also. And the connection there is, well, I see them at all Baylor basketball games. But Don, Carol's husband, played for Bill Raftery at, where would that have been? One of the stops in Raftery's coaching career. And right now I can't think of where that was, but pretty cool. And Raf was here doing a Baylor game, and they took a shot of Don standing over there in the tunnel working and talked about him as a player. Awesome. So really cool connection. Happy birthday to Carol today. Who else do we have today? Tim Monroe's birthday is today. That might be it on my list. It is one more to add. The late Jeannie Nallen's birthday is today. Jeannie worked with us in Baylor Athletics, passed away a few years ago, but the month of March is, I think, Women's History in Sports or Women's Sports Month. And to think about the growth of Baylor women's athletics when Jeannie Nallen was here overseeing that, it was just, I don't think we'd be where we are today without her. She was really a pioneer in that area and just so vivacious and so driven really to grow women's sports here at Baylor. And it's good to be able to remember her on her birth date today. Happy birthday to the late Jeannie Nallen. We still remember her and her contributions to Baylor, Baylor Athletics, and Baylor women's athletics in particular. All right, let me look at one other list. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go back and give you a couple birthdays that I missed this week. Heath Nielsen's birthday was this week on Wednesday. I missed that. Heath was with us in Baylor Athletics, Athletic Communications. Communications for many, many years. Happy birthday to Heath, a couple of days late. And 1 day late to Sherry Woolsey. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Sherry. She and Tom, great friends, go to church together, life group together, and Sherry, a professor on the Baylor campus now in the business school. So happy birthday to Sherry Woolsey. 1 day late. I apologize for that. All right, folks, that's it. We're going to wrap things up, move out of here, and we do appreciate your being with us today. Hope you have a great and safe weekend. Remember, if you're looking for an event, a Baylor Athletics event to attend, how about acrobatics and tumbling tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the Farrell Center versus Duquesne for Senior Day. As Fee Mulkey would say if she was sitting right here, you come, you'll like it, you'll appreciate it, and you'll want to come back. So that is tomorrow, Baylor versus Duquesne. We got a lot of Little League and T-ball and coach pitch games.
Ooh.
There was one last night. There's one tonight. There's 2 tomorrow morning. So
busy weekend for you, Jay.
That's where we're headed. Yeah. And then I get to do the A&T match on TV on Saturday. So looking forward to that also. But have a great weekend. Thanks to Ty Atteberry checking in with us from somewhere out in the Atlantic. Here's a look at what he was talking about. 1,000 nautical miles in, 4,000 nautical miles to go. And here is some video that he sent to us of what he was talking about. Sailing last night, going directly toward the moon. I mean, where else are you going to see something like that? So thanks to Ty for that, and safe sailing to Ty and his crew out in the Atlantic. Thanks to Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes. Thanks to you for tuning in. Thanks to Alliance Bank Central Texas and the Brazos Landing. Have a great weekend, folks. John Morris Show from the Rogue Media Network. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decampleys.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.